All right, let's talk about a massive challenge facing, well, pretty much everyone right now. How do you actually succeed with AI? It's not about just buying the latest tech, it's about achieving real excellence. So today, we're digging into some fantastic insights from Fahmi Abdeen to get a clear picture of what that really takes. Let's jump in.
And this quote right here, it just cuts straight to the point. We're not talking about a little bit of waste here and there. We're talking about billions of dollars. This isn't just a missed opportunity. It's a financial black hole for any company that jumps on the AI bandwagon without a map. And that right there is the core problem we're unpacking today.
You know, the best way to think about this problem is to see it as an AI gold rush. It feels like everyone is convinced there's gold in those digital hills, right? So they're all rushing in, buying the latest tools, hoping to strike it rich. The problem? Most are just digging frantically, without any real strategy. And that, my friends, is a perfect recipe for coming up empty-handed.
And this chart, this visualizes the chaos perfectly. AI adoption is through the roof. Organizations are spending a ton of money. But then you look at the bar for actual clear strategy, and it's tiny. That huge gap you see between the two, that's where budgets go to die. It's where all those promising AI projects just fizzle out.
So, how do you avoid falling into that trap? Well, the solution is actually pretty simple, but it's the one step that so many people seem to skip. It all starts by asking one fundamental question before you write a single line of code or sign any contracts. Why? Here are the three big questions you have to answer. And what's so important here is that technology isn't the first, second, or even third thing on the list. It's all about purpose, it's about scope, and it's about value. Seriously, answering why are we even doing this is the difference between a smart investment and a very, very expensive hobby. And here's the proof that getting that why right really pays off. A McKinsey study found that a whopping 72% of organizations that actually have a real strategy report improved productivity and decision quality. So you see, strategy isn't just some buzzword, it delivers real, measurable results. Okay, so once your why is crystal clear, then you can start building the how. This is where we move from having a purpose to creating a practical, effective roadmap. But, you can't build a strong house on a weak foundation. And that foundation needs two key things. First, you've got to be brutally honest with yourself. Where are you really at with your data, your tech, your people? And second, you need a realistic grip on what AI can do, and just as importantly, what it can't do. Let's just pause on this for a second, because this is so, so important. Way too many leaders think they can just buy an AI solution to magically fix a broken business process. But AI is a tool. It's not a miracle. Its success depends completely on how wisely you apply it to the right problems. And here's a number that should make everyone stop and think. Gartner found that 60%, let that sink in, that's 6 out of every 10 AI projects fail because of unrealistic expectations. It's a direct result of treating AI like that magic wand we just talked about. That failure rate is just staggering, and it's almost completely avoidable. All right, let's talk execution. So you've got your why, you've got your foundation. A really common and incredibly costly mistake is to just throw the whole thing over the wall to the IT department. If you treat AI as just another tech project, you are absolutely guaranteeing that you'll limit its impact. So who needs to be at the table for this conversation? The short answer, pretty much everyone. AI touches every single part of the business, so you absolutely need input from strategic planning, from operations, from all of your core business units. This isn't about deploying software. It's about fundamentally changing how your entire business runs. And this business-wide approach isn't just about getting buy-in. It's critical for governance. Think about it. As AI influences more and more decisions, you have to have solid rules for how it's used. And according to PwC, nearly 3/4 of executives agree. They see a lack of good governance as the single biggest barrier to scaling AI responsibly. So what happens if you do all this? If you manage to avoid the pitfalls, you define your why, you build that realistic roadmap, and you get the whole business involved, what's the ultimate payoff? What does winning with AI actually look like? Well, it's a huge shift in how you think about it. You see, the old, kind of fearful story was that AI was coming to replace humans, to take our jobs. But the new strategic reality is that its true power is in augmenting human intelligence. It's not about making people obsolete. It's about making them better, faster, and smarter at what they do. And this new standard of excellence, it creates incredible benefits. Your leaders get richer data to make better calls. Your business processes get smarter and more adaptive. And maybe most importantly, by automating the boring, repetitive stuff, you free up your teams to focus on what humans do best: real innovation, creativity, and strategic thinking. So we'll leave you with this thought. The real question isn't if you'll adopt AI, but how. The future is going to belong to the organizations that can master that delicate, powerful balance between human judgment and artificial intelligence. How are you going to find yours?